All right, I had a great night's sleep, refreshed. I've got the last night's lost out of my head, and I'm looking for a new, fresh start today for day 165. It's nice staying here at the hotel, so I can just head downstairs, go right to the poker room, and really nothing on my mind except for poker and hopefully having a good session. So let's get after it. Today is tough as I try to navigate through a bunch of middle pocket pairs. Let's start off with pocket sixes. I opened $8. Behind me in the big blind, come along. Flop is king, king, queen, rainbow. Checks to me. I think about betting, but let's see what happens behind me. It checks through, and the turn is the 7 of clubs. I'll take a stab at this pot and find out quick if I'm behind. I bet for $10 and take down the pot. I have pocket fives. There's a $5 straddle from under the gun. I call. It makes it back to the cutoff, who makes it $15. I make the call again, and 3 players see the flop. 4, 2, king with 2 clubs. He now opens to $25. I don't believe him as he is bullying the table around, but I don't think my fives are strong enough to fight this one. Pair of eights. I open to $6. Big blind calls, and we go heads up. Flop is 10, 10, 4 with 2 hearts. Checks to me. I make it $10 and get a call. Turn is the 5 of diamond. Checks to me, and here I make a mistake. I should continue to put pressure on. That 5 doesn't change anything, but I check. The river is the 5 of clubs. Now he leads out for $35. I want to call. I guess he could have a 5. I've found to tread lightly when players become aggressive on the river. Most low-stake players just aren't making a bluff here. I let my pair go. I'm on the button with ace-king. Does this hand have some sort of nickname? Anyway, it's always worked well for me. I open for $6. 2 players call. Flop comes 10, 3, 2 with 2 hearts. Checks to me. I make it $10 and take it down. A Broadway pair finally. Couple limps in front of me, and I make it $12. 3 players make the call. Flop comes 2, ace, 4 with 2 spades. Checks to me, and I continue with $10. I don't want to make the pot too big with that ace on the board. 1 fold and 2 calls. The turn is a 4 of hearts. This time it checks around. I probably should have bet here. 10 of diamond comes on the river, checks around again. I think I should have bet here in late position again. Player turns over ace 7. He wasn't trapping. He was just a passive player that I should have been able to bet off that hand. I can't always be afraid of those overcards. Ace king again. Limps to me, and I make it $11. 4 players to the flop. King 10, 10. Checks to me. I continue with $15. It's a little light for this size pot, but it gets the job done. Ace queen suited in middle to late position. Couple limps. I make it $11. Button and an early position calls. Flop comes 7, 7 jack rainbow. It checks to me. I continue with $10. Both players call, and we see a turn card of 7. Trips on the board. I should probably continue betting here, but it just checks around. River is the deuce of clubs. I check, but really only the jack beats me. Maybe I should bet small? Anyway, the button does his job. He makes it $25, and I have got to let this one go. Back with sixes, I try to limp behind this time. 6 other players have the same idea. Flop is ace 2, 3 with 2 clubs. It checks around. Ace on the turn. It comes around to me. It's unlikely someone has an ace now. My hand should be top now. I throw out a feeler bet of $5. It goes heads up to the river. 6 of clubs. Checks to me. I make it $10. He mucks, saying he has 2 pair. Hitting the set did not pay off this time. King 5 of clubs. Limp in front. I try to sneak in. Late position makes it $6. Everyone else folds, so I make the call. It's a cheap heads up. Flop is king, queen, 5. I make the 2 pair. I bet out for $5, and behind me calls. Turn is the 4 of clubs. Now I have top pair and a flush draw. I continue with $10 and again get the call. River is the 8 of spades. Not sure what I was thinking. Am I trying to trap? I don't know. I check when I should continue betting for value. He turns over the queen 6 of spades. Couple hands later, we get dealt the same king 5 of clubs. I guess it's not the same. This is from the blue deck this time. I'm in the big blind, 4 players limp, and I check my option. King 4-9 rainbow. I open with $5 and no one calls. Didn't win much, but the king 5 of clubs is undefeated. Back to another pair. I have 5s and I open to $6. 3 players see the flop, 4-2-4. Checks to me, I make it $10 and take down a little pot. This time, it's pocket 10s. I open to $6. I'm in early position, so I think I'm supposed to size up a little more. 3 more want to see the flop. 3 ace 3 with 2 diamonds. I don't like the ace. Let's just try a small continue bet of $6 again. 2 callers, and the turn is the queen of hearts. Now with 2 overcards, I check, and behind me makes it $15. Early position calls. Someone has the ace or a queen. I bail out of the hand. At showdown, they split the pot. Both of them actually had the ace and the queen for 2 pair. In the big blind with ace 2 of clubs, I just check my option and 5 players see the flop. Ace, jack, king, rainbow. I bet for $6 and get 1 call. The turn is the 10 of diamonds. We both check this card. River is the 2 of hearts. I bet for $10 and collect the pot. Another pair, this time it's the 7s. I'm in the small blind and just make the call. 4 players and flop comes 5, 6, 8 rainbow. I open to $10. Player behind me calls, then late position makes it $20. I have second high pair, open-ended straight draw. Let's call. Turn is an ace. Check, check, but late position makes it $45 this time. Good bet, sir. I'm not sure what the math says. Even with 10 outs, I make what could be a bad fold. I don't know. 10 jack suited. I like this hand. Open to $6. Button calls and we go heads up. Flop comes 4, 5, 6. Check, check. Turn is a 3. I bet for $5 and get the call. River is the 7. There's a straight on the board. We are chopping unless she has an 8. Check, check. She shows the 3-4. Had 2 pair and could have bet me off this hand early, but played it too passive. Sounds like something I would do. Ace 3 suited. I'm under the gun. I only opened for $6. 4 players join the fun. 4, 7, 5 with 2 hearts. I have an inside draw to the straight flush. I make it $10. Only the big blind calls. Turn is a 5, and this time he leads out for $24. Might be a bad call, but how cool to see a straight flush come in. The river is the queen of spades. He checks his card. With his bet on the turn, I'm likely no good. I could try and bluff at this. I just check, and he does show a 5 of diamond. Glad I didn't try to bluff this one.
All right, so it is hard to summarize that session. I bought him for 200, cashed out for 100, so I did lose 100, but you know, I folded some in spots that was a good move. The problem was every time I got some cards, which wasn't that often, I did an open raise and I just completely missed the flop. I think I got one little bluff through, but really it was just a mix of not getting the cards, and when I did get whole cards, just no flop, no piece of the flop or whatever. So, bled out a little bit of money, but 4 hours or whatever, pretty decent session. Just didn't work out for today. So, I don't know what to say. I feel like I played better. I just didn't get the job done. So, till next time, good luck on coloring up.